Welcome to our final concert of the year. It's been a long and it's a challenging year, but I think that we persevered fairly well. It's kind of a sad night, not because of the thundering weather and people running in and getting wet, but it's sad because we bid our seniors farewell, and you'll notice them, they're the colorful ones up here. This evening we will present to you a concert filled full of movie music, as you may have noticed from the program. Before we get the entire orchestra going, there's a piece of music that I played when I was in high school called Chardoks. And Chardoks is a Hungarian national dance type of thing. One of our students has been really rehearsing it for an audition, and I felt it necessary to feature her because when I did it, the day after I did it, somebody came up to me and said, "Hey, I heard that piece of music on a movie." I said, "What movie was it?" And they could have sworn it was The Addams Family when Uncle Fester was doing the whole dance thing. I don't know if that's exactly it or not, but it's awfully close. So without further ado, I'd like to present Beth Gilmore, accompanied by Joe Lima on piano, playing Chardock by Vittorio Monti.
Thank you.
before Tom Cruise ever got his start with Mission Impossible, he was in Days of Thunder, obviously. He was also in a little movie called Top Gun, which we stole the anthem from, and we'll play it for you now. We also have to switch bases. In case none of you noticed, we decided to do more of this concert. We're going between electric basses and our standard acoustic upright basses, which is kind of a new thing for us.
Thank you. Class, please be seated. President Monfort, distinguished members of the Board of Education, small school leaders, Fran Mort, our OSIP coordinator, podium guests, honored graduates, parents, relatives, and special friends. Good evening and welcome to the commencement of the class of 2006. Tonight, you will take a step that will lead you into the next exciting phase of your life. A most important step for each and every one of you. Regardless of where your path goes next, whether this is the stepping stone to a future degree or a career, this is an unbelievable, significant step. Parents, grandparents, our dear friends and families, guardians, thank you. Thank you also for taking a very important step. The step of lending us your most precious possession, namely your children. Thank you for allowing us the privilege of educating your child. Today, this Board of Education, these administrators, this dedicated staff, return your son and daughters to you. We are confident that we return them to you more educated, more focused, and more ready for the challenges that they will face. Graduates, tonight, you are going to witness firsthand tremendous acts of courage, coupled with the power of setting goals. Knowing your mark, knowing the marks that you have set to get here today, and knowing what you want to accomplish in sports, in education, in life's daily tasks, leads only to more success. Tonight, you will be able to witness what happens when someone decides to set a goal. No matter how challenging it may seem, a goal is set, small steps are taken, and ultimate victory achieved. For each and every one of you seated here this evening, this diploma you're about to receive may mean something different. For some, you may be the very first in your family to achieve this goal, and congratulations to each and every one of you. For others, this may be only the first of many degrees to follow. Your sights are set. You are ready on that next goal. That is the only way it will become a reality. If you know clearly what you want and where you are headed, your direction and focus must be set. It doesn't end tonight. It's just beginning. For some, this is your ticket to enter one of our armed forces to courageously serve our country. Your immediate goal? Making it through that boot camp and on to that first assignment. Perhaps eventually even officer training school. You need that goal in front of you all the time to get to that next step. You certainly don't have to look far to see many examples. You personally know what you have achieved because you have set your target and met your goal. One of your classmates seated here with you this evening set a goal. Her goal was to make it to for every single year of her high school athletic career to state. Then she set another goal, to graduate from Lima Senior High with honors. Yes, she has achieved both goals. However, little did she know that she would have to choose between those two celebrations this evening. Yes, Shannon Williamson, where are you? We recognize you for choosing education and being here tonight to celebrate that goal, even though you were on your way to state. Courageous acts. Thank you, Shannon. Tonight, we witness another powerful but moving example of the preciousness of each step that we have and the time on this earth that we have to take them. Tonight, we stop and take a moment to honor another courageous act. Tonight, we honor the memory and contribution of Jeremy Marling, your classmate. Jeremy lost an unbelievably courageous battle with cancer in 2003. He would be seated with you tonight. His father preceded him in death with the same courageous battle just a year before. Tonight, his dear mother and her support system have joined us. Please, Jeremy's mom, will you please stand, and all of your support system? We thank you for your courageousness of being here tonight. Thank you for your courage.
Right here.
Finally, right here in the midst of all of you is yet another moving example of courageousness and the power of setting a goal. Yes, it's our very own Carl Kendrick. For stepping stones. He ignored the stumbling blocks of life. From his wheelchair, he became determined to walk across this stage tonight to collect his diploma. He set goals and for months has been practicing and practicing and practicing, pushing himself beyond his limits. He set his goals and never looked back. He was open to and allowed his right arm to work with him to accomplish his goals. Today, Carl, all of us in this state applaud you for setting your goals and taking those courageous steps that have led the way for what you are about to accomplish here tonight. Inch by inch, step by step, you have gone confidently in the direction of your dreams, leading the way for all of us to follow. Carl, I ask of this stadium full of people tonight, how many of us if faced with the challenge you faced, would have the courage to accomplish what you have done. You are truly a blessing and an inspiration to all of us. Class of 2006, never forget, this is only the beginning of the many steps that each of you will take, each in your own way, at your own pace, to make this world a better place for generations to come. Now those next steps are up to you. All these people here tonight for you will stand behind you. They will be there if you happen to stumble or fall. They will guide you and they will pick you up. Yes, the next steps are truly yours. Graduates, watch the courage of your own classmates. Watch what setting a goal and going for the gold is all about. Class of 2006, the steps that you have taken will leave footprints for a lifetime. Step confidently into the future and know that you have everything you need to succeed if only you believe in yourself. Graduates, may God bless you and keep you safe all the days of your life. At this time, please join me in welcoming to the podium the first of our three commencement speakers, Samantha Graham. Jessica Hills.
Little mix up. Alright. What does it mean to be a Spartan? A Spartan is more than a mascot posted on logos. It is the feeling of unity shared by each graduate of Lima Senior High. Whether you're a current Spartan graduate or you live to see a third generation of Spartans, we share the memories of our times at Lima Senior High. My generation of graduates has seen a lot of changes. We saw the old Lima Senior building get torn down, only to be replaced by a wonderful new building. We oversaw the implementation of the small schools concept and even helped improve it for future generations. Our schedules have been changed to semesters, to trimesters, and back to semesters again. We are some of the last students to receive the wise guidance of Miss O'Connor and Miss White. We are some of the first to graduate from the new building. All these changes have made us better people. We are more equipped to handle whatever life may throw at us. I am proud to say that I was part of the change that will affect many generations of future Spartans. Though the changes have made my time at Lima Senior High memorable, I believe that there is a stronger force that has had an even greater impact on my education. The staff at LSH have truly been a defining feature of my memories. I will always remember my first day in Miss Rose's English class, when she assigned each of us classroom chores, and later she led us through the intertwining plot of A Tale of Two Cities. And who could forget dissecting frogs in Mr. Allen's class, or taking trips down to the playground with Mr. Emmerich to learn about centripetal force. One of my favorite memories was with Mr. Lucio, when we made cascarones, which are eggshells filled with confetti. Later he let us break them on everyone's head, and everyone was covered with confetti. A more common memory that many of us share is that of gym class with Coach Gaffney. His unforgettable Brooklyn accent when he asks, "Where's the sneakers?" will forever haunt many a Spartan's mind. Looking back on these memories might make a graduate long to go back to earlier high school years. Walking into the old high school building on the first day of our freshman year, experiencing all the noise in the hallways and the intense number of people, I always wished for the blessed year when I would finally go from being a bottom feeder to the head honcho. But now that 2006 is finally here, it seems like my days at high school have gone by too fast. The thought of never seeing so many of my friends again is upsetting, but comfort is found in the knowledge that we will always share memories of high school together. Now we find ourselves on the day that marks the end of our high school careers. We are standing on the threshold of life, We have only to choose the path that we wish to take. Whether each of us goes on to become a doctor, lawyer, or a blue-collar worker, the integrity gained from an education at Lima Senior High will forever shape the way we live our lives. So hold your heads high, class of 2006. We are the Spartans, and that means we are the pride of the city of Lima.
Thank you, Jessica, for those warm memories. Next, please help me welcome to the podium, Crystal Tony.
When it was announced that we had the opportunity to speak for our senior class at graduation, I felt motivated to want to speak on behalf of my fellow classmates. I decided I wanted to use one of our intelligences that we have in mind, so I wrote a poem, which is a musical rhythmical intelligence. The title of my poem that I will share with you is called Class of 2006. 4 years ago, it was the year 2002. We were typical freshmen entering high school. As freshmen at the time, we felt as if we didn't belong. We were now high school students, and we had to be strong. In the beginning, attitudes were that studying could wait. You see, we still have 4 more years before we had to graduate, so we might have played around a little. We just wanted to have fun. For our first progress reports, we had to stop and get the job done. Even though graduation was still 4 years away, we realized we had to keep our grades up if we wanted to be something someday. For our 10th grade year, the work got a little harder. We felt the pressure, but it only made us smarter. That year was our last year at the old Lima Senior High. Although we didn't have many experiences there, it was still hard for us to say goodbye. My junior year, I experienced something different, because not only I felt like the new kid, everyone did. At that point in time, 11th grade became our most important year. That was when we had to make a decision about our future career. We had to decide, of all, which vocational class we wanted to take. The class we were in for the past 2 years was the best choice we could make. Now as a senior, it seems the years have come and gone too fast. Looking back, I wish I had more time to cherish and slow down the past. Your senior year is your best and most exciting in high school. Ours has been, even though we have friends in other small schools. What a great staff we have here at One Spartan Way. We want to give thanks to all of you in every possible way. Thank you for preparing us for the future and steering us in the right path. Without your help, we wouldn't be graduating in this class. We graduates want to thank our families for the help that they have been to us through these years. These are not sad, but we share with you happy tears. Graduates, it took us 13 years, but we are finally here. Today is our time to shine. It will only get better from here. After summer is over. Some of us will stay here, and some will go far away. Good luck to all of you, and I hope to see you again someday. The class of 1954 was the first class to graduate from Lima Senior High. Now, 52 years later, the chance has come for you and I. May 26th is a new beginning in taking many risks. Congratulations on your accomplishments, class of 2006.
Obviously, that's very moving, and it's the passion and love for Lima Senior High. And now we have Samantha Graham. Please join me in welcoming Samantha to the podium as our last student speaker for today.
Sorry. What do you feel right now? Is it joy because you're finally free? or sorrow because you have to leave your friends, or a mix of emotions which you can wrap your heart around, but can't quite put your finger on? For the past 6 months, the only emotion I've known when it comes to this day is fear. Those that know me well know that fear does not come naturally to me. Even more unnatural is what I'm afraid of: change. Why would I be afraid of change when all my life has been a process of changing? It is because everything we have ever known for the past 18 years is going to be different. There is not one single aspect of our lives that will be the same. You may not believe in God, Jesus, or miracles, but there is an analogy in the story of when Jesus walked on water, which has a meaning for each one of us here today.
I know that right.
When the disciples saw a figure on the water, they were already scared out of their wits due to the ominous waves and brewing clouds. Then they realized it was Jesus. And Peter got out of the boat and began walking towards him. For the disciples, seeing this miracle was a sign that their Messiah, their Savior, had finally arrived. For them, everything was changing. Peter got out of the boat and accepted that change. Even if he had not, the change was still coming. My question is this: in the light of the change, will you get out of the boat, or will you sit smugly in your seat, pretending nothing is happening? My friends, everything will change with or without you. Will you watch the world change as you sit in your complacency, or will you embrace that change and, in turn, change the world to suit your dreams?
No, you are going to go so many different places. Not going to work.
It just
What with the hair? You have an extremely right.
Good evening, Mrs. Oxley, Mrs. Ackerman, board members, faculty, parents, family, and friends. May I present to you the class of 2006, who have met all diploma requirements deemed necessary by the state of Ohio.
Are you going to live?
Please stand up. As board president, I certify that the students standing before me have satisfactorily completed the program of studies prescribed by the Lima City Schools Board of Education for a high school of the first grade and are therefore awarded this diploma. Class, please be seated. This is my first opportunity to speak to you as a class, and I want to say a few words. There have been some amazing speeches that have been offered by your classmates. You've heard some amazing examples of goals presented by Mrs. Oxley. I want to leave you with one thought, and I mean this very, very sincerely. We need you. We not only are proud of you in your accomplishment of graduating this evening, but we need you to go out into the world and do your very best. We need some of you to move into our armed forces, to represent our country, to continue to keep it safe, and do your very best at the same time to keep yourselves safe. We need you to continue, some of you, with higher education, because we need you someday to come back to this community to help those that will be growing up after you have gone. Those of you that will go and receive specialty training, we need you as well. Because as you know, because you are certainly part of it, our community is growing, changing, and truly beginning to thrive. And we need individuals as committed as the individuals that taught you and now guide you, being your family, your teachers, and your administrators. We need you to make the commitment to come back to carry on. I don't have the privilege to tell you that I'm a Lima Senior High graduate. I am proud and privileged to tell you that I have 3 Lima Senior High graduates, all my children. And I will certify today that there is no finer system in this community than the Lima City Schools. And you are a testimony to that. So we need you, not only tonight to celebrate, but to take your talents out into the world, get yourselves even further prepared, and we need you to come back. And one of these days, I look forward to sitting in the stadium, watching my grandchild graduate, as some of you will be sitting up here on the Lima City Board of Education, following our footsteps. Congratulations this evening. We're very proud of you. You are this community's finest, and don't ever doubt that for a moment. Congratulations.
First row, please stand. Natasha Creighton, cum laude. Tamika Shanae Rogers. Carl Wesley Kendrick.
I'll come down here.
Joseph Graham. Samantha Rose Graham. Silverton Laudette, Ohio Honors. Michael Dwayne Graves. Curtis Daniel Griffin. Ashley Tracy Hardy. Ronika Nicole Harrison. Latrice Harvey. Marcus Allen Haywood. Stacy Jean Hefner. Ashley Brianne Estelle Henderson. Basil P. Henderson Jr. Jessica Renee Hills, summa cum laude, Ohio honors. Huff, magna cum laude, Ohio honors. Danielle Margaret K. Holloway. Frank Virgil Holton Jr. Megan Michelle Horton. Christopher Jacob Huffer. Candace Chantel Elizabeth Hyde. Arian Shalon Ingram. Justin Travis Irons. Nashasha Danielle Jackson. Patience Nicole Jackson. Vanessa Nashay Jackson. Ashley Michelle Jennings, magna cum laude and Ohio honors. Megan Marie Jennings, cum laude. Brandy Marie Johnson. Brittany Monet Johnson.